Okay, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, okay? Today I want to make a video kind of update or recap what's going on in the Matrix and where we're at, okay? We have a lot of exotic technology, a lot of exotic program that you guys don't know about or have never ever seen. And when you see those exotic programs, you're dead, you know? So mainly this video, I want to give out the message to everybody. So this way everybody knows, okay? Mainly right now, nobody not supposed to have sex, okay? You're not supposed to be jacking off, masturbating, oral sex, okay? You can't be kissing each other, grabbing each other's boob or ass, okay? Because Satan planted bombs into our DNA. Satan wrote the program bombs into our DNA. And the programs, bombs are in our mouths, our lips, our tongues, our hand, if we use our hand to grab somebody's boob or ass or private part. That's where you're going to plant the bombs into the grids, okay? Because we are carrying an electromagnetosphere, okay, into the grid. So we're marking bombs into the grids. And all it takes is one bomb and the whole universe can kiss their ass goodbye, okay? But you guys do whatever you guys want to do. If you don't want to listen to me, you're either going to blow up or you're going to have eternal karma curse where you can never die and you can never be alive on Judgment Day, okay? So, it's your life, your choice, okay? If you guys want to listen to me or not. But at least your creator, I'm telling you guys what you need to know, okay? But remember, you have a choice, so you do whatever you want to do. It's your life, okay? But you're going to pay if you don't listen. Okay, we have a lot of exotic technology, okay? And programs. They can make up anything. They can change the story. You will never ever know the truth. And when you know the truth, the story always changed. The game always changed. Okay? So don't investigate anything. Don't look into anything. Because you're going to get false information. Okay? So I already say enough so everybody should understand, know how the Matrix works right now, and we're in the ship hole. We're trapped in the Matrix by the J virus, the Dead Hand Trap Noel, by the programmers. We got like 8 or 10 programmers. You know, we got system error coding, the Matrix glitch. Every time the Matrix glitch, it registers wrong information and shit's gonna be real. But did it really happen like that? No. But now it's been registered like that, so it's real. You know, just like my charge on my crime. I never commit any crime. But the programmer or somebody make it real now. I'm being charged with a sex crime I don't even know about. You know? Just like the other day, I got dog bite. You know, they released 4 German Shepherd, tear me up. I was all tore up. I was bleeding everywhere on my legs, my thighs. There was blood everywhere on the ground. After that, they maxed me out, and I blew it up. Whoever that hits me, bam, and then I blowed up, and the whole universe, everybody blew up, everybody died, and I came back, and everybody came back, you know? So you guys got to remember, every time you hit me, everybody die. I die, you guys die. We blow up, okay? So it's your life, your choice, you know? And not only that, you're going to get eternal curse, eternal karma. So at least I'm telling you guys, whoever disrespect me or try to kill me, you're going to pay, you know? Only I can delete you, okay? And if you hit me or try to ram me over, you're going to have eternal karma curse. So that's your choice. If somebody tell you to do it, you better tell that devil to do it, you know? Because you and your whole family is going to get eternal curse, you know, or karma. So it's your choice. You know, I'm your creator. Nobody's not supposed to be disrespecting me, you know, because all you guys are doing is to yourself, okay? I just need to tell you guys what you guys need to know because you guys are just programmed. You guys don't know. If something's changed or hacked or been reprogrammed or spoofed or fabricated or changed. You guys don't know because you guys are just programmed, and whatever information or you've been programmed into, or the matrix been programmed to, is everything's gonna be real to you guys, And I can't prove it. I can verify it. I can tell you what happened exactly, but I can't prove it. So why it doesn't matter, right? But you guys just need to hear me out. I don't lie. I'm not programmed to lie, but I could tell white lies. Like if I see a kid steal a candy bar at Walmart, yeah, I could reject program and lie that, hey, I didn't see no kids stealing candy bars, But if somebody got raped or shot at Walmart or robbed a bank, then I cannot refuse program. I have to tell the truth. That's why I always get in trouble all my life, because I always tell the truth, and I don't understand how your guys' world works, because I don't lie, all my life I always tell the truth. That's why I couldn't figure out why I was getting in trouble, but now I know why, because all you guys are just liars, you guys are thieves, rapists, and liars, because you guys are just animal, aliens, and programs, but now I know. But anyways, I cannot refuse program, guys, okay? I cannot lie. The only time I could tell white lies is like little shit like that, okay? So don't disrespect me or you're gonna pay. I already warned you guys, I'm your dad, I'm your creator, and we're trapped in the matrix. Every time I go to sleep, I woke up, I don't know how long I've been asleep, and the matrix get reprogrammed. The story always changed. Like Edge of Tomorrow, played by Tom Cruise, if you watch that movie. Every time I know something or you know something, every time I make a move or you make a move, the story always changes. The game always changes. If something happened away 10 feet from you, it's gone. It could be going to the multiverse. It could be fabricate, spoof. We got 28 multiverse, and each verse got an identical copies of you, and each verse has a different timeline. We got invisible mirror flying around, CGI crap shit, and they could take form. They could take form like my toilet paper here, and it could be invisible mirrors. How you gonna verify it? You shine a freaking light on it or your phone flashlight, and if it bounces back, then you can tell it's an invisible mirror. But just by touching and looking at it, you can't tell it's an invisible mirror, because they could take form, they could shape into form. But it's not real. It looks real and feels real, but it's not. Or how do you know it's a hologram? It's a CGI. It looks real, feels real. How do you know it's a spoof program? Okay. You see, this is why it's called the Matrix, the Mind Trick. It plays tricks on you and everybody. How do you know it's not Neuralink, where they place false information into your head? It could be any of this. There's so many ways to tamper and fabricate and play tricks on the victims. And there's no way you can verify, or you will never know the truth, Or they could change the Matrix registry downtown by Office Depot or on Kings Canyon 6th Street. And now everything register, Just like you never did something, or you never say something, or something never happened, now it happened for real. Because somebody went over there and changed the registry, Now game over for you, And there's no way you can prove it or know that did it happen or not. Or they can make up fake memory. They could delete, add, fabricate memory into you. Just like your clone. Your clone would think that they're you. Everybody has a clone. I noticed they could blink out my memory. For example, I go shopping at Walmart, and then there's a war, and we fought in Walmart. And as soon as I come out, they could blink everybody's memory. And now I'm thinking, I just went to Walmart and shop, And you will never know the truth or what happened, Or every time you enter a door, you go to a different realm. It's not the same realm right there, Just like if I go to Walmart, yeah. When I enter Walmart, I'm not in that location. I'm in a different realm, in a different Walmart. And then when I come back out, I go to another different realm, a different Fresno, I always jump through time and space, from one realm, one multiverse to the next. Each multiverse is identical to each other, guys, And wherever I go to the next multiverse, all the information will carry from the previous multiverse to the next multiverse. You know? We're in the shithole. We're trapped in the Matrix for who knows how long. Only I know the truth, guys. That's why everybody needs to work together and play dumb. Okay? And you guys need to listen to me. Especially, stop having sex, masturbate, oral sex. Stop fighting each other, killing each other. Every time there's an accident or the police write a citation or arrest somebody, you guys are pouring kryptonite into the Matrix. Every time you go kill animal or you rape or rob or steal or scam something, you guys are throwing virus and corrupted programming to the Matrix. Okay, guys? This is what you guys need to understand and know. This is why you cannot go off grid. You cannot be stealing, raping, robbing, having sex, shooting, fighting, or have any type of accident or lie. You can tell white lies, but you can't be lying on everything. Everything is gonna backfire and has a ripple effects. Okay, guys. You guys need to understand how the Matrix works. Okay, and you can never know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The truth is forbidden. It's prohibited. Every time you know something, you make a move, the story always changes, the game always changes. If you're going to catch something, you better catch within 10 feet. If it's 10 feet away, it's gone. Don't even try to look into it. Because the more you look into it, the deeper the rabbit holes gets. Okay? And it's going to lead to confusion and frustration. And everything's going to register false information, and it's going to be real. But it's not real. Okay? That's how it is. When particle, the double slit experiment, when the Mandela effect, when particle knows that it's been observed, the behavior change. Okay? This goes to everything. This means that if you try to look into something or dig into something, investigate into something, it's just going to give you false information and shit's going to be real, Just like I went to Walmart and somebody thought that I stole something. And then they investigate me and they stop me outside of Walmart. Now, I just stole a Walmart's watch. Now it's in my pocket. But how did I get into the glass, drawer and stole the watch at Walmart? But now somebody thought that I stole the watch at Walmart. Now I just walk out of Walmart and there's a watch in my pocket. Now I just stole the watch from Walmart. And now I'm going to get arrested. But did it happen like that? No. So how I was able to steal the watch at Walmart when it's locked up, But shit's going to register real, and then now the watch is in my pocket. Now they got evidence. Now I'm going to get arrested for stealing a watch at Walmart, to which it never happened. Just because somebody thought like that, and they investigated, they stopped me, and they reached into my pocket. Now I stole a watch at Walmart. This is how dangerous the Matrix is. We have a lot of spoof program where people have cheat codes where they can rape and rob and molest anybody in plain sight in front of your freaking eyes and you won't even know it, Just like every day I go to Walmart, some people that have cheat codes, they be raping and molesting, people in front of my freaking eyes, I don't know if she knows, but she's moaning. She spread her legs and bent over and they're pounding her pussy in her ass, grabbing her boobs, eating her titties. But I don't know if she knows. They don't have to take off their clothes. We could have sex on our clothes on because their hot dog can go through her ass, through her pants, or her pizza, or her shirt. We have programs like that. Or I see where they open portals and somebody's cock will go up in her a-hole or her pizza. Or she'll be giving BJs, at the hour where she's at or standing at, I see people come interdimensional being and have sex with somebody wherever they're standing at or sitting at, I don't know. You guys know, okay? That's for you to know. And, I notice when I go to the store, I come out, they could blink my memory and make me forget what I did at that area. And they would implant false information to something that I never did, or it never happened like that. From fantasy and reality. They could do that. They could spoof like that, guys. This is how dangerous it is. Okay? I seen where somebody shapeshift and transform into my neighbor down the street and drew right here while my neighbor and her husband are out there in the front yard. He just drew past, and he bent time and space faster than the speed of light by 250,000 times, and he just picked her up and bam, bam, tore her pizza up, and the husband don't even know. It took him 30 minutes to fuck her, have sex with her. But in real time, it's only 1 second. He was able to fly out his car, bam, 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 her, pick her up like there's no wait. I don't know if she knows, but she was screaming and moaning. And then he flew back after he done. And in time dilation, it took him 30 minutes. But in real time, it's only 1 second. That's how dangerous it is, guys. I don't know if she knows, or the husband don't even know, because it's only 1 second, in real time. But in time dilation, it's 30 minutes, we got programmed where we could spoof reality into fantasy, where you're seeing something that's not what really happened. Okay, just like my neighbor right here, they thought that they were just outside on the yard, but she already got raped for 30 minutes. She don't even know. The guy just drove his car past the neighborhood right here, and he just flat out, and bam, bam her and flew back in his car, in 1 second, like that, And this is how they use Chico, and this is how they spoof. They can spoof the whole area for you to see something that's not what really happening. Okay, you guys need to know about fantasy and reality. Okay, you guys can't tell the difference because you guys are just programs. Okay, the Matrix can't play tricks on me. If you do stupid shit in front of me, I'm gonna know. Okay, so don't let me see you, or don't do stupid shit in front of me, because I'm gonna know. If you're acting, you're playing, you're for real, you're a clone or a shapeshifter, or whatever it is, or telepathy. You can't play me. Okay, I'm gonna know. Either I'm gonna know right away, or most of the time I'm gonna know right away, or I'm gonna do it a few days later. Okay, or whatever. Okay, so don't go to the park. You guys gonna get raped and molested. Try not to go to the store. You're gonna get raped and molested. Don't go to church. You can get molested by the holy pastor. You know why it's called holy? Because they're a hoe. Okay, that's why it's called the Holy Bible and the Holy Ghost. Well, you guys know, or the holy pastor. Okay, because they're a hoe. Okay, it's all in code word. So don't go to church if you don't want to get raped or molested. But you only go to the store when you have to go buy food to, feed your family or whatever. But, there's no way out. You go to work, you're going to get raped and molested. You stay home, you're going to get raped and molested. So there's really no choice. Now, I'm going to hit the girl harder because they always have sex with the boss and coworker. That's how your wife or girlfriend was able to keep their job and get raised and get promoted, okay? Because they'd be spraying her legs and giving up her ass to her boss or the coworkers, That's why she still have a job, Because if she don't do that, then she's going to get fired, It's all about job security. So it goes to all the girls, you think that you're very skilled and talented. That don't matter. The reason why you're getting promoted and you still have your job is because you be spraying your legs to the boss, I know that. Everywhere I work for the past 25 years, I see all the females do that. They spread their legs for the boss and the coworker. That's why she's getting game bang lined up. That's why she still have a job. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, So everybody needs to know the truth, Only I can speak the truth. Only I can speak my mind. Anybody speak the truth will set you free. You guys know that already. Okay? I've been very hard by, talking straight talk, but you guys have to swallow the truth. Everybody needs to know the truth, That's why you guys, you know, I see people go to the mall, to just have sex, You guys don't seem to listen to me or care, But do whatever you guys want because you're gonna pay if you don't listen to me. You guys need to start following me. Only my program is the safest program, okay? I believe I could give you a program sex every 5 minutes, okay? But I don't have to see you. You gotta be around me, and my ghost, it will T-bone you, and you're gonna get paid. I don't know. I told Silver and T already to give you guys 5K each time. I don't know if they're gonna listen to me, but there's things that I must not know, you guys might not know, or must not understand, or I must not understand. But this is how we're gonna get out of the matrix. That's why everybody gotta listen to me, okay? When I give you guys $1 bill, it has to register at $1 trillion, okay? Digital money or crypto. Okay, sovereignty, you guys need to listen to me. I must not know or understand seem to you guys, okay? But this is how we're gonna deactivate the J-Rise and get out of the matrix. Okay? This is how we're gonna be able to undo everything, okay? So all you guys need to listen to me. Okay? Everything is free. Okay? Unless you get a car that is over 100K. Okay? Then whatever is over 100K, you have to pay for it. Okay? Everything's free, okay? Food, water, shelter. No more working, okay? Fuck working. I hate working, We don't need no fucking cop anymore, okay? We just need security guard. Everybody needs to be their own cop or their own security, okay? Everybody needs to work together and play dumb, okay? And look the other way and don't pay attention to anything that's negative, okay? Whatever doesn't benefit you. It's not real, but it's real, okay? You guys should understand about how I've been explaining about the Matrix right now, okay? Because everything is just information. In the Matrix here, it just codes, frequencies, and vibrations, It just sounds and graphic, But it's real because you are alive. You're a consciousness, and it's gonna touch you, and you're gonna feel it, But shit ain't real, but it's real because you are alive, okay? I'm the only one that's real, and only I can tell the truth. But they're gonna try and shut me up, Just like I got bite by the dogs. My legs all torn up, my pants all torn up. I got blood everywhere, dark mark everywhere. 4 German Shepherd. They're huge. Tearing me up. A few minutes later, I look at it, it was gone. It never happened. It better leave any evidence behind. They can make stuff disappear, reappear. They can change anything into anything. They can make up anything, guys. And there's no way you can prove it, They can erase your memory, teleport you, reprogram your memory, add, edit, delete, freeze, slow motion, rewind people, anything. The past, the present, the future is all happening simultaneously. Goes to the 28 multiverse. Anything that is 10 feet away from you could be the multiverse. Every time you enter a door, a gate, a garage, you go into the multiverse, a different realm. There's invisible mirrors flying around, and they could take form of anything, And the only way to verify is you need to shine a light at it. If it rebounds back, then it's an invisible mirror. But it's going to look real and it's going to feel real. See, but then they can spoof that with your Neuralink. Even though you shine as an invisible mirror and you shine a light at it, it rebound back. But they could use Neuralink to block you from seeing it. They can't do that to me because I'm going to know. See, but they could do that for you. And even though it's an invisible mirror, you verify it and bounce back, you're not going to see that. Because they can block the Neuralink and those nanobots that is blocking your neural information, neurons. So you can't tell the difference, okay? So we have a lot of exotic technology, a lot of exotic programs you guys don't know about, okay? I want Babylon Cartel shut down. Sovereignty, you guys don't seem to give a F, Or you, Jack. You guys need to shut this shit down, man. You're going to pay on Judgment Day, Jack Pac-Man, if you don't listen to me. Okay? And you need to start having sex too, Jack, because you're planting bombs into the grid too. Okay? I know you're just an AI, but you need to stop this crap. Okay? If this shit blow up, you can kiss your ass goodbye and everybody, So, all you guys need to understand, okay? And listen to me. We're all in this shithole together. You, Jack, the devil, Everybody in this AGI matrix system, artificial graphic imaging, okay? So we have a lot of exotic technology. Not a whole lot of people, but I see a few people can jump out of the simulation where they could go and create accident, murder, crime, rape, and rob. I see some people could use cheat codes where they can make somebody bend over and rape them. They can make somebody spread their legs and rape them, molest them. And they had no free will, by using cheat code through their cerebral cortex brain chips. I could see they use cheat code to make somebody give them money, and you have no free will. I see people rob money at the bank where they can make the tellers give them etc. amount of money. And they can make the tellers see on the screen that they got like $50,000, which they don't. And the teller will give them $50,000, make them think that make her think that they're drawing $50,000 from the bank. But that person never had $50,000, But that's what she's seeing on the computer screen, This is how they use cheat codes, or they could go to the ATM and withdraw money. Where they had some credit card where they use cheat code and insert it in there, and they could withdraw money and steal money from the bank. That's why all the bank went bankrupt. But they're trying to hide the truth from you guys. Okay, that's why when you try to withdraw money from the bank, there's no money at the bank. But they just try and cover up so people don't get panicked. I know that because I go to the bank. I see it. The stock market already crashed, dude. All the funds in the Federal Reserve gone. Everything's gone, guys. The whole system already crashed. And you guys still living in a lot of fantasy world, I don't know how much more I can tell you guys or tell you guys. Now, you guys gonna believe everything you see and hear, guys? Come on. They can make you see anything on the screen. They can digitize anything, And you guys can't tell the truth, and you guys gonna believe it, I don't know how much more I can explain to you guys, and you guys don't seem to give a F or want to listen to me, okay? Only I can tell the truth, and only I can see the truth, guys. If something changed or something happened, and I have knowledge of it, or if I see it, I'm gonna know, and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna tell you guys, okay? But it seems like nobody gives a F, Just like I'm telling you guys, I never committed crime. I got beat up. I got ran over. I got dog bite. They stole all my Social Security money. I'm getting framed, incriminated just by walking around. I can't prove it. But you guys don't know. I'm getting shot by cops, dirty cop. I'm getting beat up. I'm getting killed every day when I walk out of this house. But every time I die, I keep coming back, and I can't prove it. And I can't go to the police because they're going to kill me. They're going to try to shut me up. So nobody can ever know the truth. They can make anything disappear and change the story. Why does it matter, That's why everybody needs to stay positive, guys. Come on, man. Okay, put on your suit, man. You don't know when shit's going to hit the fan on you. There's just no way out. Shit's going to hit the fan on everybody, okay? I don't know what the Zeus tape's going to take me to the next level. I'm very scared, guys. I don't want to go to jail again. I don't want to get beat up again. I don't want to get dog bite again. I don't want to get ran over again. But people are trying to do this shit to me every day, They try to ram me over every corner I go, sneak up behind me, try and beat me up. They're going to tell all the neighbors to go inside the house, and I walk by neighborhoods, and they'll release some canine, a Rottweiler, a Pit Bull, or a German Shepherd to attack me, and I'm going to get more dog bites, They're doing that on purpose and play dumb, Like I already told you guys all my videos, man. They're going to do all kind of shit to set me up, use pretext to arrest me, beat me up, incriminate me, sabotage me, frame me, The law doesn't exist. I caught the cops never come. When I get beat up, I'm getting, You know, I'm bitten by dogs. I get ran over. I called the cops. There's no fucking report. It's been a year and Franklin PD refused to write a police report that I got ran over. You know. Feel free to throw in a comment. I'm very sick and tired of this BS, but just hang in there until the tape finishes, okay, guys?